grief, pain, and hatred towards the world. It happens after you lose a loved one. It could be a pet, a friend, or a family member. For me, it was my 10-year-old brother. When my brother died last year, I went through 5 stages of grief. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Stage 1, denial. No, he is not dead. This must be some sort of sick joke that you must be playing on me. These are only some of the thoughts that went through my head when my aunt told me what was happening. Mikayla, your brother had a heart attack, is what she said. That one sentence breaks you down and sends you into shock, and it hits you like a ton of bricks. Shock comes with denial. Normally people go through denial very quickly. By the time of the funeral, normally people are past denial and on to stage 2, anger. Why did you come here? I didn't ask you to be here. Did you just come here to mock me? Those are only some of the things that I said in a state of anger. During this time, it is not always the best to be around lots of people. Anger can be yelling or punching at things. You don't know what will happen. You could yell at people who care about you and are trying to help you. At this time, you are comparable to a bomb. You're ready to explode at any moment. Anything can set you off, from a song to a broken pencil. Then you go to stage 3, bargaining. Bargaining stage isn't exactly making a deal, but more a whole bunch of what-ifs. If they were brought up to the hospital sooner, would they have lived? What if the doctors had done something different? If I did something different, could I have saved them? During this time, you have to understand, this is not your fault. It was most likely unavoidable. It happened, and you can't change it. And it will hurt when you realize this. When you stop asking what ifs and realize you could not have saved them, you go to stage 4, depression. Why do I feel like this? Why did this have to happen to me? These are common feelings of people going through depression. I thought this was the hardest stage to get through. Depression from grieving is not just sadness you felt at the beginning of grief, when tears would come in waves and you feel like the world is crumbling. You will cry from practically anything. This stage, you might just hate the world. You hate them because the person that has died, they are not in your life anymore. Depression is probably the longest and hardest stage to get through. And sometimes there's nothing to help you get through it but professional help and love and support from your family. Finally, you get to the final stage, acceptance. This is where you can finally start to build back to a somewhat normal life. You can finally just be as normal as possible. And believe me, it is a total relief to be freed of the pitying and the I'm sorry's you'll get. At this point, you're probably saying, okay, so you've gotten over it. Well, surprise. You don't really get over it. You can't. But you learn to live and cope with your loss. Grief isn't always a bad thing, though. Even if it sounds twisted, you find who your real friends are. Real friends stay with you, while fake friends will leave you and only come back when they need you. You will also build a lot of character and learn how to react when people close to you experience the same thing. If you are grieving yourself, or know someone who is, please remember, grief is a process with at least 5 stages, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.